Alright, so we're rolling.
It's goody, bro.
Not much. I mean, the normals. I just had a video go viral on Instagram. You ever had a video go viral?
Yeah, but not like your video. I wanted to talk to you about this, actually. This is great.
Well, that viral video is already up to like damn near 300,000 plus.
Wow.
300,000 plus views in a day or so.
I never had anything that featured me that I posted do that numbers, but I've posted certain things that have gotten like on like Twitter like millions of views and shit like that. But that's kind of crazy.
This is actually my third.
From my perspective, it looked like you went to go buy the new set of Pokemon cards.
Prismatic Evolutions, correct.
They priced it more than MSRP.
Correct.
And you were not happy about this. I'm gonna buy some of those. They're still out online. You can still find those online.
Yeah, you can still find them online.
And
That's another reason I was pissed off.
I'm not mad to pay $100 for it because I'm gonna hold it for 5-10 years. I'm not gonna sell it anytime soon. So I'm gonna buy it. And I heard a couple weeks they're coming out with more.
So you don't mind if it's MSRP $60 and you're paying $100 somewhere else?
If I'm buying it to collect and I know it's a rarity, then it is part of the game, right? Because they're doing what you're gonna do. They just did it sooner.
Turn around and sell it. Correct.
Yeah, everybody's the thing I was rocking was like, I know the name of the game is to make money, but just don't OD on me. And so like I think what they sell for $60.
They sell MSRP. They're going for $60. Correct.
I think like 100 is a lot.
That's what I paid for that one.
100 is a lot. 90 would be the upcharge, a 50% upcharge. I'd be cool with, but I would still pay the 100, or I would try to do 2 for 180 or something. Try to get some deal out of it. But I'm gonna buy maybe 2 boxes.
Came out to about $100 after taxes and fees. Came out to $100 at another place. But
is there any way people can scan those boxes? Like how sometimes they put them through metal detectors and they know if there's special cards in them and shit. Are there people cheating those cards?
Maybe that's definitely happening in the cards
I
community.
Buy online unless it was from like a real reputable brand because of that.
Now that is happening where people are getting crazy. They're throwing them through CT scanners and metal detectors and all types of different things just to figure out if there's holographic or anything. Yeah. They were weighing packs. That's actually been a normal for a long time.
Yeah.
Is weighing packs.
But cards got smarter and started making other cards not valuable but way differently. Like there's other inserts that just aren't as special, but they just fuck up the common weight, the average weight.
Right.
When I got my Wimbenyama card, I bought 2 packs from a set. Just only 2 packs. I got a Wimbenyama rookie, but I weighed both packs, and the one that weighed less had the rookie.
Was it a holographic, special edition card?
Nothing special about it.
So that's why.
Yeah.
Because the holographic Prisma ones supposedly are supposed to be a little bit heavier in terms of grams. I don't know how that works, but
yeah, it makes sense. You gotta add more ink and shit to it. Thicker paper, probably.
I wish we knew this when we was children.
Yeah, those places probably was getting us on the low. We could have got people too.
Been at Lucky's, just weighing packs on a digital scale, on a drug scale. But I have to address that viral video because it went crazy and like I got so much hate and love at the same time. Well, when you get a viral video, because this is like my 4th viral video. And they're always toxic. Like, the internet just loves toxic stuff. But I have to address it because in the video, it just looks like I'm harassing a shop owner and I'm telling him...
You're being a jerk.
Yeah.
Correct. Out there. Like a big baby.
Correct. But there was context behind why I was upset. And the reason why I was so upset was because the day before the set was coming out, I called the dude on the phone and he said, oh yeah, we're going to have them. We're opening our shop early and we're going to have a bunch of them in stock. And I said, oh, awesome. Do you know the price? First thing I asked him. He said, no, I don't know what the prices are going to be. Just come on through. We're going to have a great price for you in the morning time. So I go over there. I'm actually the first one on the line. Now I find that real strange. I find that strange, like an hour before they open. So I found that automatically as a red flag strange. So I'm waiting there. And eventually a few more people line up, maybe like 6 people behind me. So there's only like 7 people on this line when this card shop opens up. And they open up and they get ready for business, and eventually they let us into the store. And first thing he tells us is, oh no, we're not doing nowhere near MSRP, we're doing TCG prices. So if you know what TCG is the website.
On TCG today, yeah, for 120.
TCG prices are always going to be the highest scalper price that you're going to get, because you could get them on eBay for cheaper, you get them on Facebook Marketplace cheaper.
Riskier, yeah.
So as soon as I get in the door, he tells me TCG prices, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. This just came out today. It's MSRP and at whatever. And I didn't know that other places were going to have them cheaper. I just knew that MSRP, if you missed out on GameStop, Target, the big box retailers, you got to go and pay whatever extra scalper prices. So I get to the front of the line, and he tells me TCG prices. So I immediately get off the line. I'm like, I'm not going to buy this. I'm just going to wait. And I start thinking about it. Then I see everybody else is buying them shits. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is going to sell out and I'm not going to have a chance to see this again. So I go over to the bank, I get cash, and I pay them in cash because there's no tax on their cash purchases.
Okay. Right.
So line, you saved $3.
So I pay $120 for this box, and I go to a different card shop.
You save a little more. You save like $10.
So I pay $120 for this card, thinking that nobody else is, they're gonna be sold out everywhere else. So I go to a different card shop, and they haven't opened yet, and there's a giant line there. It's like all the way going up the steps, going across the businesses and up the steps. Another place in Queens that I went to, and I get on the line and I ask everybody, like, hey, do y'all know what the prices are gonna be? They was like, no. And I told them, like, yo, I just went somewhere else and they had them, but they had them at TCG price, which is $120 right now. The whole line goes, oh no, that's crazy, we're not paying that. So I'm like, you sure this guy isn't gonna do the same thing that the last card owner did to us? And they was like, no, we shop here all the time. He's going to have better prices. So I say, you know what? Let me get on this line. I get on the line, wait there for about an hour. I got there as well, maybe an hour before their opening time. But this place had a giant line already. They open up the place. We get to the front, and he tells us, oh, yeah, we're charging $90 plus whatever fees. And then we got everything else close to retails, which is the binder collection, and the stickers.
Okay, I see the binder. So the binder online.
The binders are up there, and the sticker.
The binders come with packs?
Yeah, the binders come with 5 packs.
How much was that? That's a good deal.
I think that one, where I bought it, I think I paid $50. I believe I paid $50, and then this was $30. No, these actually came out to retail. So these I got for $15. They were retail. Those are the only thing that I got for retail.
And it looked bent. Like the card, the packaging, yeah, but the card.
Packaging. Does it really?
Yeah, to me it do. I've been fucking eyeing up all my cards lately. Not like a hard bend, but like a curve.
They have an app, a centering app on your phone too, that you can take, and it'll show you the centering of your card.
Shit. You know they was dumping the hood with the bad cards now, I'm telling you.
So I got the 3 packs for retail. I got the binders for almost at retail, and the ETB for about $100. I'm like, okay. And then as I'm going home, I'm like, wait a second, but I paid $120 at this last place. So I start to fester.
So they going, I'm gonna get my money's worth.
I'm festering. I get home. I'm not gonna lie. I wrote them a bad review on Google.
I'm surprised you didn't go to the Better Business Bureau, man. Make a federal investigation. Because I'll tell you what, I thought you was being a big baby this whole time. And I still lean a little bit that way, but I believe that both of these owners confided with each other and said we're both going to charge more. And that might be illegal. That's like a form of like antitrust monopoly law. You can't be like fucking, I forgot what it's called.
He said it himself. He speaks to other card shop owners, and they all
I don't think they can do that for cards.
Maybe
he's not protected.
A certain price for their cards. Okay.
Yeah, and then they both was like, I don't know what the price is gonna be. And that was the part. Like, how y'all both don't know?
They say they
You're
don't know
planning
what the prices
your
are.
revenue if you're a business owner, right? You knew what you was thinking about selling them when you bought them. You should have did that math.
So
The
I get
bastards.
home. I get home and I get a phone call from another friend of mine who collects, and he tells me, "Yo, the Nintendo store still got them in stock right now. We just went back for a second dip. Me and my sister both. We got it early in the morning, and we went back. We dropped our cards off, went back, and still caught a second dip at the Nintendo store. Like, bro, go over there right now." So I'm like, word. I get on the phone immediately, call the Nintendo store over here on 46th Street, I believe it is. I forget what the exact address in Manhattan.
Oh, Manhattan, okay.
Yeah, the retail flagship store for Nintendo. They have a big Nintendo store that's in the middle of like Times Square, and it's branded for Nintendo. And I call them and they say, "Yeah, we got them in stock. There's only a few left. If you make it down here, we got you." So I immediately fly down there. I park my car around 62nd Street and ride the scooter down because I'm trying to avoid the tolls, not knowing that there's no way to get back onto any bridge without paying that toll. Like, it's just mandatory.
Oh yeah, but no, you still save money. You save the money coming in.
You only pay it one time.
Oh,
so
okay. I didn't know that. Do you pay it go like for Queens? It's both in and out.
No, you only pay that one time.
Well, you could get in for free if you go to the upper level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't leave Manhattan in any direction without paying it.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can leave, but that's going uptown towards the Bronx. There's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
one
yeah.
bridge, whatever, the 125th Street,
Yeah.
the 3rd Avenue Bridge, that's right there. That's
But
the
you don't
only
pay
bridge,
$6 if you go over the. I take the RFK over here. You still pay $6.
which is cheaper than $9 as a congestion pricing.
33% cheaper over time. That's not adding up.
So, I'm thinking I can get back onto the Queens Bridge without paying this toll if I leave my car at 62nd Street, not knowing that there is absolutely no way to leave to Queens or Brooklyn without paying that $9
You
toll.
scooting through and you get the cards. At what price?
No. So I get to
Oh,
the Nintendo store and they told me they just sold out. I start like, yo, I was just speaking to you guys an hour ago, and like, what happened? So yeah, they tell me they just sold out within the hour. Like, even the guy who spoke to me on the phone told me, yeah, I told you that an hour ago, and they sold out within that hour. So I don't get any cards. Get back into my car, ride my scooter back up to my car on 62nd Street, get back into my car, figure out, damn, I gotta pay $9. There's no way
No way around it.
to
Put a leaf
go.
over your license plate.
I actually did that.
You guys is
I
crazy.
actually
I don't
did that.
play- See, I don't listen to a lot of rules, but there's certain fights I don't fuck with. I don't like getting pulled over because there's a weird power struggle there. The cop approaches the car and they think they're God, and you're sitting there, or I'm sitting there like, man, what are you bothering me about? So I don't put myself, I don't want to fuck with that. I hate tickets. I hate being in the wrong towards with people that be flexing like that. Like, cops flexing when you're in the wrong, and they have more of a reason to they be saying slick shit.
So I actually tried that, which is saying I pulled over and I put a napkin over 2 of the digits on my car, only on the back license plate, to figure out if it would actually scan or not scan. This was just a test for science. Don't sue
Not
me.
just a test, because it wasn't like he was gonna go back and pay this shit. No matter
This is a
what.
test for science.
Get the fuck out of
This is
here.
a science test.
This is a test for science. No,
So-
this was an attempt at fraud.
So I go over and I have yet to actually receive that. I would think it would go through my regular Easy Pass thing, but they never sent it to me. So I have no idea if it hit or it didn't hit. It was a test for science. I only covered 1 digit with a napkin that I had in my pocket.
The dirty napkin.
A napkin that I had in my
Piece of
pocket.
sauce on it.
As soon as I got over it, I took it right off. And yeah, I still actually have not gotten that. But yeah, so on my way home,
Whatever, I'll do what I want.
on my way home, I'm frustrated because I already wrote this guy a bad Google review.
And nothing's happening.
Didn't get no cards from the Nintendo store. Paid $100 for another box, and was just kind of upset. So,
game, man, you can't dictate the price on something that you don't. Because when you sell these shits, you're gonna want top dollar.
that's what quite a few people say in the comments. All the comments is going all the through. I mean,
I saw it like with early stages of it being viral. Like, I clicked and it was one of those things where I didn't believe the numbers, so I had to click on your page and go. I was like, holy shit!
There's about 2,000 comments right now.
There's something that you do that invokes a very polarizing reaction. Either people fucking hate you and want to fight you for this shit. No, I get it.
Only the toxic things go viral for me, at least. I don't know what's going on.
Violence. Well,
anger.
How you think people want to see you install your lights? Not amazing. People want to see that. They want to see you act a fool in public.
So I proceed to go back to the card shop with the ETB that I just bought from them, and I return it to him.
Your third stop
and
at the card shop.
Second time at this particular shop, at the one that went viral. This was the second time, just going back. And this is when I started recording. So I go in and I just tell them like, yo, everywhere else had it cheaper. And I don't understand why there's so much negative hate, because it wasn't like I stood there and I was arguing with them. I was just going to tell them my piece and return their stuff and go.
He was not interested.
So I speak to the guy and then he tells me, oh, well, I'm actually the owner of this place. And I'm like, I told him what I told him. And then he keeps on going off with this, where did you buy it cheaper? It's only $20. It was only $20-$30 cheaper. So it's not really like
enough. That's enough. And
a
if you
big
buy more
deal.
than one, well, if it's $30 cheaper and you buy 3 of them, it's almost like you got an extra one.
So I just let him know. He tells me he's the owner, and he keeps on questioning me about this other card shop as though I'm lying to him and telling him that I really didn't get it from somewhere else, but I did. And he just returns my money or whatever, and he keeps on asking me about why the hostility, why am I recording, all this and that. And
you went in there and your Karen shit.
And yeah, definitely. And then he tells me, yeah, don't bring your business back. And I went back over there and I was like, bro, I'm not coming back here. What are you talking about? So that's the interaction you do see on that video. Cause he, like, after I returned the shit, he said, yeah, so don't come back, as I'm walking out the door. So I get a little frustrated and I go back and I start having the conversation that we all see on camera. And and then I go outside. And then I go outside. I'm still recording. There was a longer version of that video too,
uncut.
And then I get outside, and he comes outside, and he tells me to come back. And I'm like, bro, as I'm getting into my car, he tells me to come back. It was just him, and me and him have a long discussion, and he tries to figure out why I'm doing this, why I'm recording. Please don't post it. This and that. We had just a long discussion, and
he seemed like he was really nice and patient this entire time.
He was a nice guy, and that's why I went back and I edited my Google review. The first time I gave him 1 star, the second time I gave him 3 stars, just because he's nice. And it's true, all the card stores, they do that same thing where they price their things so high. So he's not the only one. The part that lost me is, 1, he could have told me the price yesterday, and 2, every other card shop doesn't do a early release and opening early and telling people that they have these things unless they're willing to sacrifice some cards or some parts of it at a cheaper rate. Maybe not MSRP.
If you get Jordans early, you're gonna pay more.
Maybe not MSRP, but a small upcharge, like the other store. They charged me $90, and they told everybody they were gonna have them early. Yeah, they told everybody they were gonna have them early, and they delivered at $90 as opposed to $120, and telling everybody we didn't.
That's double. That's double.
MSRP. That's double MSRP. But that's what they were going for, and that's what they're going for on TCG. So that's why all the scalpers came onto my page and got upset. I know what it is. All the trolls never have a picture on their page, and they always talk the most stuff. I even got some racist comments calling me monkey, and I just didn't answer them. At this point, I'm just not answering them. I don't even answer certain ones. Certain ones that get me upset, and I'll be like, blow me. I'll say, blow me. But those are actually real people.
I beg your pardon?
Those are real people. So I'll go back and forth with some of them. And I even got some people that DM'd me and said that they knew him. He was a scumbag. And there was other people who DM'd me and said they knew him and he was a good guy. Like, there's so many comments and like just random comments that I got about it. So basically, towards the end of me and him, in the middle of me and him having a conversation, he also told me the Pokemon community is small, but it's big. It's big, but it's small. We will find you. That's what he said to me. And I was like, what is he talking about? So I kind of took that as a threat. And the first thing I said was that a threat? We can go up. Like, that was the first thing I said to him. And I started, like, lowering my jacket. Because I took that as a threat.
You about to get it shaken in motherfucking car shops?
This was outside his car shop because he said he didn't want to have this conversation in front of his customers. And I didn't record this. This was just me and him talking outside. And he is a nice guy, I guess, but he did make a weird comment where he said the Pokemon community is big, but it's small. We will find you. And I kind of immediately said, is that a threat? Because we could go up right now. My exact words as I'm taking off my jacket. We could go up right now. He's like, nah, like, it's not like that, this and that. I'm like, oh, okay, but what are you talking about?
I like where you took it, though. I will say that you sensed a potential threat, and I am a firm believer that you go attack it right now, and you don't let this come get you game. If somebody says, I'll be back, go grab them and whoop their ass again. I swear, that's what you're supposed to do. There's fucking a way to play this. I'll be right back. Go fuck them up even more. So that they're like, I don't even want to go back. These guys is crazy. You can't let people come back. No, Pokemon community. All right, tell them I'm right here and show them this. So, I respect that. That was better than the video. The video, you're just sitting there like, why are you charging me for cards that I'm going to charge people for?
We had a fine understanding, and I'm like, bro,
can go up.
Bro, every other car store was charging $20-$30 cheaper than you. You could have done that and it wouldn't have like ruined you. I don't understand why you didn't, and just like, you know, done that for the people who are trying to buy, who came up early when you told them that you were gonna have this certain product. And one of the things, his first thing his employee told me too when I walked in the store was, my boss loves money, he's not gonna lower the prices, because everybody on the line complained, including myself.
They say he was the owner.
Oh, well, when I first came into the door to buy it in the morning time, it was one of his employees.
Okay.
And he told me, first thing was, oh, my boss loves money, he's doing TCG price right now. And I just took those as red flags, and I still bought it under the fear of thinking I wasn't going to see the set.
He was kind of right, though. It must be small or big, but small, because you said a couple people DM'd you say they knew him.
Yeah. So there was even people in the comments who wrote his name.
People out here looking to fucking stone you with a Pokeball.
Catch me with the Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, you know,
Team Rocket on that ass right now. You hot. Why not here?
The scalpers, they get mad when you
shades down.
They get mad when you're potentially trying to devalue their cards. So that's where a lot of that hate came from.
I can't do any of that shit. If I was in his shoes, I'd be like, I would have lost my mind. If I was in a Pokemon card community and it was like real beef, I don't know how do they probably just talk shit about each other. I'm whooping ass and they can't fight. I couldn't be down with them. It's like a bully. But I'm gonna buy a box and I'm probably gonna do it online. Probably online, and hopefully I don't have a bad experience.
Are you gonna open it, or are you gonna?
Unless
keep them closed.
Unless I come into some, hit one of these parlays and get a big hit of money, I'll probably buy like one at a time. But if I come in some bigger money, I'll buy 3, maybe open one.
This is gambling for children.
Speaking of gambling, I downloaded like a Polymarket type app, and I put a $10 bet on some shit about Trump. It wins like $400. You could bet on like anything. So it was like, will Trump issue an executive order on abortion bans in the first 100 days? And I put no. Most people think he will. So I picked the underdog at $10, went like 4 something.
Okay.
So he got until May 1st to do it, but I don't think he's actually gonna do it. I think he just plays the line with that and gets the vote to him wherever he can. When
Did you do that before he signed any of his executive orders?
2 days ago. So after the first batch.
So after he was on camera, signing a big bunch of them, I forget, like 11 or something like that.
Yeah, I know what those are. I've read about what those were. I don't remember much of them now, but.
Okay, do you agree? Like, do you disagree? They have taken away birthing rights. They have.
I fucking agree with that.
I forget.
You may be getting fucking deported. Like, I don't think you realize you can honestly. And you think it's gonna be like a fucking plane ticket back to DR. You're gonna be in some fucking camp for months, not knowing what the fuck is going on, man.
I always joke like I'll be great. I'll be happy to go back to my country.
In 6 months, but you gonna spend 4 months in a fucking
Prison.
jail-like fucking situation with an aluminum foil blanket, my nigga. Like, you not understanding. He tripping a little bit, so no, I don't agree with that. I had to double check. I was good. My mom was born in motherfucking Baltimore. Good. Dad was born in Colombia. He might have to go as a green card. He's a citizen. He's a citizen now.
Only one party has to be from America, from what I read.
Well, my dad might have to go. He's a citizen, but both my grandparents born in Colombia.
My mother's a citizen too. She wasn't a citizen when she had me though.
But they might revoke that, I think, in this. No?
Revoking? There wasn't no speak of revoking people's citizenship. There was only talks of the people who are birthing illegally. Both parties are here illegally birthing. And trust me, I've been watching a whole lot of TikTok videos.
It's gonna be retroactive. So if you, like your situation, you were born here in a sense illegally. In their definition of it.
Correct. So if this would have happened when I was born,
I would have immunity.
I would have fell into that.
I think they take him up. All motherfuckers.
I'm definitely. We already paved in here.
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying.
Once you have all your papers, they can't take away your papers, bro. It's 100%, 100%.
So that's like going forward.
100%.
This
yes.
is a going forward thing.
Correct.
Okay.
This is for the future, and it really more pertains to 2 illegal parties. Because my father was also legal. Oh no, sorry. So I wouldn't have fell into that. I wouldn't have fell into that. Now that I think about it, my father was born in Puerto Rico, and they were part of the United States. Okay. And he also was in their military. So
okay. That might earn you some status. So get some coin on that.
So yeah, I don't think I would have fell into that rule.
I feel like we're underestimating the importance of so many people that come over to this country and all that they do for this country. Daddy, chill. They come in and really go through from the bottom to wherever they can get to. And motherfuckers like us, we're not starting at the bottom. We're not working a lot of these jobs, but some motherfuckers got to do them shits. Like, we don't pick oranges, my dude. Like. Some people come in and they fucking in the sun picking oranges for 12 hours.
I agree. Some of those. That's what, all right. So me and Ronnie were just having this conversation, and I'm actually, good thing you reminded me. It's actually very honest and true that a lot of good people that are actually trying to do the right thing in America are gonna get roped up into this because of the wide net that they're shooting all over the place. So. For sure, I completely get what you're trying to say, is that a lot of good people that are actually trying to do the right thing are going to get caught up with but they're starting at the top with the extreme offenders, and they're going for those gang members who have priors and are already doing that. So they're going from the top to the bottom.
They're rapping if they see a group, like in Arizona, if they see a group of Mexican looking, 5 Mexicans that look Mexican, they rolling it down on them asking for paperwork.
I mean, they just had an instance in New Jersey where they went into a private business and they roped up, and one dude was actually a veteran, and they roped him up and asked him asked him about mad of his statuses in America. So yeah, it is getting crazy to that point.
To you, you're gonna be pissed. Like,
To me?
even if you get disrupted, even if they just hold you for questioning for 30 minutes, you're gonna fucking be losing your mind.
I probably would
And if
be
they
upset.
they take you to a center. Let's say they grabbed you up, took you to a center, and you sat in a room for a little, like 30 minutes, and they called you to another room and questioned you for another 30 minutes, and then didn't drop your ass back off, said you can leave. If you spend over an hour with these motherfuckers, you would be fucking
And
pissed.
I don't know how they're doing it because I've never
They're not
come in
doing it that
contact with them.
quick.
But what I'm saying is they use their best judgment. If they roll up on you and they say, "What's your name?" and you say, "¿Qué?" they might.
I think you giving these guys a lot more credit.
They
not
might.
fucking-
But if you say, "Hey, what? Wait a second. What are you
just said
talking
they
about?" You
roped up
speak
a
to.
Marine. Now his English gotta be good.
I mean,
His shit gotta be good.
You
man.
you got a
He
lot of
probably
people.
said
My
some
father
shit,
had
Naval
bad.
Base Sector 4-2, and they were like, "All right, cuidado, Jose, cuidado." Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna have to see, because honestly, that's a good question. That's a good question. What is the integrity of how these people are actually roping people up?
I think
it's
there's
a good question.
small commission on these motherfuckers, and I think they go because when Trump's first tour, there was a lot of reports how they weren't even listening to motherfuckers. You better keep your ID on you, type of shit. Like whatever your story was, get in the van, Jose. Yeah, we heard it all before, Carlos. He's not fucking around. He's not fucking around. That's why you like him, right?
It's a good question, but I wanna actually see what the integrity of these raids are, because like I said, if they see me, I would hope they would,
You're good.
after a
You're a
few
little bit better
questions,
'cause you're
they
in New
would be
York.
like, "Oh, okay." As soon as you speak to people, it's almost kind of like how when the cops pull you over and they ask for your ID. Come on through, bro.
Yo, what's good, brother? What's good, man?
What's up, my brother?
Good.
You're good because you're in New York, like a real blue state. But if you was right, go on vacation, go to Texas or some shit, they gonna trick you over the line. Hey, come over here. And they be like, "Oh, you're in Mexico now. I can't come over."
I mean, it's a dead giveaway when you don't know the language to the country that you're
There's
in.
mad citizens that still don't know English. Though.
You're right. My father had a hard time with it, but he still knew English.
My grandmother been in this bitch for 40 years. She got like 6 words now. She had a legitimate career like for like Marriott. And she was fucking like got all these service awards as a housekeeper. Like 6 words under her belt. He's not fucking around though. And then there was a lot of other bets on the site. There was one that says, "Will he get impeached? Will he get impeached and removed?" But I'm only interested in the ones I know I can win. Like there's one that says, "Will he release the Epstein files within his 100 days?" I'm gonna put money on. No, he's not.
No,
Trust me, he's not.
no. I don't think so.
But you don't win
Because
much back. You put 100, you win back like 140.
He's implicated somewhere along those lines, so he wouldn't do that. And he's actually pushing for less regulations. He's actually going for less regulations as opposed to trying to get the feds up people's ass. Like he just pardoned the guy who did Silk Road. You see that story?
That was interesting.
The guy he was gonna spend the rest of his life there, and he's probably somebody that is really smart, and we can use him in the cryptocurrency world. He's trying to make cryptocurrency the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time, bro.
It's so crazy because
I've been down, so
Yeah, you're at
Ponzi
the top
scheme or
of-
not. Ponzi scheme or not, I've been
That's what I
down.
was saying. It's funny because you know it's a scam, but you know you're at the top of the pyramid, and the pyramid scam, so you don't give a fuck.
And at this point, I don't even throw in more money in
Yeah,
there.
you're
It doesn't
top
make
of the
any
pyramid.
sense
You're
to
top
throw
of the
any
pyramid.
more money, because if it loses 50%, I take my money and I say, it was a good ride.
Still made that money.
Exactly. If it loses
That was another
50%.
thing. Like, will it hit
130,000 in January. I would have put no for that, but I don't know where's it at today.
130. It's at 105.
Nah, I don't think it's at 130.
It's having a hard time getting out of that 110 to 90 to 110. It's having a hard time getting to 110, and then every time it goes down to 90, it kind of bounces back up from 90.
There's a lot of money on that shit.
But we're only talking about the last couple months.
True.
That's like not even, maybe less than a month. We're talking very recently, because before we would just hype that Bitcoin got over 90,000. Now it's like just a regular thing.
I remember when 30,000 was crazy. I remember the whole fucking ride. I remember that shit was at 1,000.
Let's see, 105 and change. Yeah, 105 and change.
My short position on Snapchat lost my $55 on that. But it came close. I needed to get to like $10. The shit went up to 12 at one point, but then got into the $10 range. It was like 10 and change. So I just needed more time. I was thinking about just picking one long-term winner and one long-term loser. Like good Google for another year on an option that it grows, and then do Snapchat again for like a year. That should dip like at least 10%.
Gotcha. I mean, like I said, it's hard to tell when any company is actually gonna lose money in the market. It's easier to track companies going up than it is catching them going down.
I think like you have to look at like how is the market doing overall? 'Cause the market's doing overall good now, so it's probably
you hit it right on the nose. You hit it right on the nose.
motherfuckers
We're in a bull market,
yeah.
So to catch downtrends in a bull market
Give Trump a
is
year.
really.
Give Trump a year. We'll be in a motherfucking bear market.
You think so? I really doubt it.
He's gonna slash interest rates too early, and we're gonna push inflation back up.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not as profound in that type of knowledge, but that makes sense. I'm thinking that he's going to cut corporate spending and corporate taxes and government taxes. Therefore, he's going to give it to the corporations, and therefore, some of the goods will drop.
Yeah.
Goods will drop.
Good job, but trickle down never happened. But I love if that happened.
I'm thinking things will drop down a little bit, and in turn we'll have more money in our pockets. So that's what I'm hoping. And also the stock market, if we're spending more in these places and it's cheaper, the stocks are also gonna go up of these places. So you always got to think about the shareholders. So yeah, they definitely gonna make their money. They're actually the first ones to make their money.
Shareholders should be good. I guess we shall see. You never know. It all also depends on a lot of global affairs. What our position is, like in the Ukraine and Russia war, and over in.
You seen him say he wants them to stop that?
It's interesting to see him call out Putin. But you gotta just keep one fucking eyebrow raised, make sure it's not theatrics.
I mean, it could be theatrics, but
He got a lot of investments over there, and Putin got all the dirt on him.
I'm
But
saying
Putin about to die soon. They say he got like some type of cancer or some shit.
that
He
is
said he's
crazy.
also probably the richest man in the world. No one really knows his net worth, but if you look at the oligarchs around him and the billions that they
Freaking.
are worth, that shit is nuts. Scary guy.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely a turmoil time, because we're trying to figure out what's actually gonna happen. And I mean, we're gonna be saving quite a few dollars off jump, because they cut off a lot of those migrants, and they were bragging. That's the part that kind of like rubbed me the wrong way about the whole situation, was that you could find multiple videos online of migrants bragging about getting $1,000 a month, and that the only reason they work is because they want to stay fly, but they didn't come to this country to suffer. They came to live the same life that they were living back in their country. They didn't come here to do anything. And you find multiple of these videos, and it just rubs me the wrong way. And I'm like, okay, this is why people are getting fed up. And that's why a lot of the Spanish population, I was watching another TikTok of this Uber driver saying that a few Dominican people that were once immigrants are fed up because of the Venezuelans and how they're bragging about the money that they're getting from the government, that they get to live good. They don't have to do anything. This one lady had 5 kids and she was getting $4,000 a month.
I don't think it's gonna last forever. I hear you. There's people
and
their
that
ass off and not getting that type of money.
that also ties into that birthing right thing that we were just talking about earlier. They knew that they were coming into this country. So the moment they got into this country, they started trying to get pregnant. And you find multiple of those people that are currently pregnant and going through hard times because they're like, oh, the government keeps kicking us out. We get 30 days, then we got to bounce for a few days, then we get another 30 days, and this is crazy.
Do you maybe find it a little hypocritical? Because that's kind of like what Trump's wife did. Kind of came over here, got a fishy looking citizenship thing, had a child. You know, it's kind of almost like that.
Trump
And his wife, what's her name? Melania. She was an immigrant, and she got an Einstein award for like citizenship. Being like
There's
bright.
degrees of type of people. So if you have that much pull and that much connection, there's nothing you can't do. You can go and be a citizen of any fucking country as long as you got the money. Just like anything else in this world, it's all driven
I'm
by
saying
money.
you're like punishing people that kind of did exactly what his wife did.
Well, really, I just think that she's a different type of person. So I don't think she falls into this because she's, you know, at the elite stages of this
She
country.
was a fucking.
We're talking about people.
She was a fucking call girl. Then.
I mean, I don't know. I just.
the rapines.
There you go.
I beg your pardon?
That's all it takes.
Unbelievable stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna just dabble in that app and just throw $10 here, there. I'm gonna be
Gambling
in
on
fucking Pittsburgh
anything.
Monday through
Pretty
Wednesday.
soon you're gonna be gambling on children's basketball games and shit.
Hey,
Like,
let me see if I won this ladder bet.
Yeah.
It wasn't looking good. We was down like 14 going into the fourth.
speaking of children's basketball, what's his name started becoming a crash out. I don't even know his name. I've been watching some of his videos, and he was a star in regular basketball from all the way up until high school, and then no high school team wanted to pick him up. The Mellow Bros embarrassed him one day
And
and was
never
just
recovered. Is it
pinning
Newman?
his
The
stuff.
kid, last name Newman?
Yeah.
He's kind of trash.
Yo,
I've seen him play now. He kind of ass. He just dribbled the ball mad hard. But he's really, really, really small. Yeah, the Ball brothers beat them by like 70. Shit
Yeah.
was just a dunk parade.
they were just blocking it off the
Yeah,
backboard
yeah.
and throwing alley oops across the fucking.
Shit was like the
yo,
stars.
I was like, yo, that is insane. And now he's resorted to playing basketball
Street
on, street ball on people's YouTube streams and stuff
That's
like that.
nice,
And that's
man.
cool, but
Dude,
you gotta be
why they
good.
doing that shit. Ryan makes like $50 million. Ryan gets paid more than fucking Kyrie Irving. He might get paid in like his YouTube money might be more than like LeBron James' NBA contract right now. Like around the same amount of money. And this is fucking Ryan.
Ryan, who?
Ryan's World is little chubby like Pacific American looking child. And Stanley had a show for kids where he do all these little experiments and shit. And then they started selling merch. Ryan, I've seen Ryan. I've seen him more than some of my nephews. I've seen this fucking kid's face, and he made 50-something million. Logan Paul, he makes 50-something million.
Oh, wow.
I'm
These are
trying to get
YouTube
YouTube, bro.
stars.
Because
Yeah.
think about it. Let's say you make, if you get it up to a couple thousand subscribers and you get a couple thousand views a day. Let's say you get 10,000 views per video, which is a lot. But if you have several thousand subscribers, you could get there. You can make a few $100s a day or per video. You make like $300 per fucking video. Do 2 of them shits a fucking day, bro. And then you work your job, and then you be alright. I don't know what you do with that extra bread, but you do something with it.
I'm thinking.
Making videos about anything.
You can make videos about anything.
That's how I'm gonna tie my shoelace today.
People recording things.
Yes. vlogs all day. But yeah, it all depends on which way you trying to take the content and how you build the channel. Because actually putting up content every day has got to be.
I've been doing it for like 12 days straight. I've been doing like 2 videos for the betting thing. It's crazy. And I don't know if you watched it. Like, it's like time I'm putting in editing to show our graphics going.
I had my ex. She was Filipina that did that shit.
Yeah, they next to it.
I've been watching and studying YouTube content creators and how he speaks, and every time he speaks about something, he puts in a certain animation. For instance, he was talking about how toxic and gross the card scene is, where they play competitively and they would axe down the whole rooms and just fogs of axe. So he was talking about it. He would make the fogs gesture and then add the fog into.
That's smart. I get what he's saying.
But
like, that's how you make it more engaging, I guess. You keep their attention if you add some sounds and some extra shit going on. I'll add that to my joint too.
Yeah, the trading card community is kind of toxic.
Did you get any of the trading card? The Pokemon card?
Nah, I ain't get that shit. I only get the fucking McDonald's.
Grab them shits. I gotta open some more of those McDonald's packs. I might just open another 1 or 2 of them packs of McDonald's cards. I'm trying to hit that $15 Pikachu.
I think I'm just gonna buy some and hold them.
That shit is gambling for children.
Yeah, I bought that shit and the lady was like, "Oh yeah, the lady that sold you that's not supposed to do that. She's supposed to sell you with a Happy Meal. She sold me a Happy Meal toy individually, like, you know, that shit."
How much did you pay for those?
That shit was only $179
Word?
in Brooklyn.
Damn, bro, I would have told you to make me. I'm tight,
I
but
still got them. My daughter had a Happy Meal today. She had
yeah,
the
no,
cards out.
but I have to buy the whole Happy Meal for like $5.
Yeah.
I gotta pay $5 for 1 pack, basically,
true.
and it comes with a burger, some apple slices, and a small drink. Oh, and some fries, which is intended for children, and is like, I don't want all this. I'd rather just buy a few packs.
So I'm testing out this new Alexa device. I got like a side job where you like test shit and do surveys, and I got this new Alexa device that I have to basically have 200 interactions with it. But it's very conversational. It's not like your normal just like
Some AI?
command service. Absolutely, it cracks jokes. It remembers shit about you. Like it's really good. And I was just trying to get through before I came here, like as many pieces of conversation to get my quota for tomorrow. And I started talking about Pokemon cards, and we started talking about value. And she was telling me the Mew from the movie. 'Cause I got the ancient Mew from the movie. It's still in the original plastic in it. She said one of them shit sold for $250,000. But then I had looked it up. It was because the motherfucker signed it. Who created Pokemon? One of the creators signed it. That's why. But my daughter was hearing these numbers and was like looking at me like, what the fuck? And so now I think I'm a make a deal with her. I'm like, oh, I'll buy you the Happy Meal, but you got to save the cards. You can't open them. And I'll show her. We'll keep it with all my shit, and then tell her in 20 years. Because what people, if the card is worth $15 now, in 20 years that got to be worth like $500. And we got just unopened packs. People gonna spend money, and it's probably not even in them shits.
Yeah.
You could save them shits.
Cause I got my cards from '99.
Yeah, those. I wish I still had my cards. I don't even know where them shits ended up.
First edition Charizard was like $2 million. I got a Charizard. It's not no 10. It's probably like a 7.
Base, yeah. Base is probably, if
Probably
after getting graded, it'll be probably worth a few thousand, couple thousand.
And I think, because I got a lot of them shits. I got a lot of cards. I don't like multiple Charizards, but it's just a lot. I think about like just taking 10, getting them graded, and selling them shits. I'll never look back. Give me 70,000, be like, all right, figure it out. I'm going to figure that shit out.
Magic the Gathering is another big one.
I got some old cards, but I don't know nothing about them. I'm sure I got some fire.
I used to play with Magic the Gathering.
It's gonna be worth a lot. They don't feature more.
I got no rush to. If I sold 10, I still got probably another 80.
Your boy Post Malone had gotten into it, paid $2 million for a Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah,
I remember I
that.
brought my brother's first edition Pokemon cards into school just to show them off, and that shit went downhill.
Heartbreaking.
Always.
That is heartbreaking.
Shit was in the drawer.
Yo, That's
he had
heartbreaking.
all the cards, bro. He was a fiend to that too. I remember.
Yeah.
Man,
I definitely.
Damn.
third grade, no, second
You
grade.
probably lost
too.
$1 million.
Yo, yeah, I fucked it up for my brother.
There was a kid in our building who had some rare ass cards, and he got in trouble in like school, and his mom threw them shits out.
Really?
He never came back. He had like Jonathan from the 6th floor. He had all the 5.
Oh yeah, Jonathan.
He tried to steal that
Damn,
Charizard.
bro.
And he probably.
I wonder
fucking
what
damaged
happened to
it.
Jonathan.
So the kid came up to knock on the door. He lived in the 6th floor, lived in the 11th. Knocked on the fucking door. I said, "Yo, I just want to take a look at your car." So we chill in the hallway. He just going through the binder or whatever. I go inside real quick to get water, come back, whatever. I guess at one point he's flipping the binder and he had his hand under the page and he slipped the fucking card out like a magician. So he leaves after a while, just chilling. I just happened to open because the Charizard was in the first fucking page right in the middle. Open up, it was gone. He wasn't even home yet. He was just bust down the stairs. He saw me, started running, ran into his apartment, ran into his crib. The door was already closing, and I was young. I was probably like 12 years old, so you'd be a little scared to bust in somebody's house, so I had to make a quick decision. I said, fuck that. I don't care if it closes. You don't catch me knocking. Busted. His mom just sees us running through this shit. He had somehow threw the card under the bed and jumped into the bed. And like was like, what? Type of shit. I'm not no idiot. Even at that young of an age. Like, nah, and mom only speaks Spanish, asking chatter. She was thick. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Mom was,
she would have been considered hot.
Dexter's Laboratories mom, she was shaped like that. Oh my God, she was the crazy, stupid thing. And I'm like, he fucking got my car, and he's like, where? And I'm like trying to check him, and I looked under the bed and it was there. And I was like, peaced out. Like, I ain't got nothing to talk about now. And she looked at him like, you gonna beat his ass. They beat that child a lot. They used to fuck him up. His dad used to fuck him up. He'd be drunk, beating that little kid. That's why he stole from me, probably.
That's probably
He'd beat at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You don't know which one caused the other, but they're related somehow.
I forgot about Jonathan. That's crazy.
Yo, not to bring it back, but I forgot about her. His mom was
I forgot about Jonathan, like,
crazy.
altogether.
Like, it was natural.
Man, I probably had like my first fist fight with
Laboratory
him.
mom.
I think me and him had. I think I had my first fist fight with him, bro. This is back when I was still like scared to fight. But me and him,
Community, this dude.
me and him had. Yeah, I forgot what he stole from me. I can't remember what he stole from me.
Damn migrants, huh?
He was Puerto Rican.
Was he?
I think he was Puerto Rican or Dominican. One of the two. One of the
He
two.
looked Puerto Rican now that you say it.
Oh,
But he spoke
my
Spanish. He spoke Spanish like a nigga, but he
Yeah.
did kind of look like one of them light Puerto Ricans. Not like me, but like me. Like with the brown hair, lighter eyes.
I'm still friends with Nerian. Remember? From upstairs, we used to call her El Tupe. Oh man, we was terrible. We was
She had
terrible.
dogs loose on me one time for
Yo.
fucking making fun of her.
Word.
Big ass pit bull chased me down the hallway. I had to shut the door on it.
Yo,
That shit
I'm
almost got me.
crying.
The XL pit bulls or the regular pit bull?
Bro, I was like 10. That shit was huge. Pause. That shit was like the motherfucker from Sandlot.
I'm still friends with her.
Clifford was chasing me down the fucking skinny ass hallway.
I actually, when I became older, I became friends with her. She started braiding
She
my
was good?
hair. She's alright.
Nice.
Ain't alright. She got like 4 kids though. But
mean,
she's really
Rolling
nice.
raw.
And I always talk to her. But she used to braid my hair, and I eventually like started going to their house parties and be standing there, and there'd be just a bunch of random Dominican people that come in, and there's like strobe lights going off. They're passing you Bugatti. It was a decent party.
You got some
decent
some
parties.
reggae? You got some dubs at this party?
Yeah, these
Alright, this is a
were
fucking
early
great party.
times. So
Hit
yeah,
the clap on the
probably like the 17 or so.
That was your move though. They think he's slick. He would just get girls to braid his hair and go from there. Now that we're alone,
That's hilarious.
that was his move.
It's hilarious.
Just bring my hair. I'll smoke. He didn't pay for this shit. He just smoked them up.
I'm trying to.
This time, a lot of shit was free back then.
Yeah, that's
Trying
true.
to-
Motherfuckers got on the internet and started talking to each other. It's like, oh, we gotta start charging money for everything.
Like, yeah, too much, money.
My date would be $200.
Trying to actually get my hair long back again, so I could do the same thing.
That was
Right
like
back.
like how Iverson had the crossover, Jordan had the fadeaway. That's like your signature. I was every time I came over, Dave was like, "Yeah, sure, he sprayed in my hair like he fucking R. Kelly or some shit."
These are classic times. I had my small ass bedroom with all my sneakers piled up in one corner, a lawn chair on the other
It
side.
was probably this big, if that big. Not even.
Yeah, that's
Not
yeah,
even.
that's
You
small
had
ass.
more shit in there. Than you, I
Yo,
don't know, a lot of
just-
shit in here too.
And then I had my freaking giant bed, big ass TV, 2 lawn chairs, and a bunch of sneakers.
And every wire
Just
for
like-
every device that ever came out.
Hella crammed up in that room.
Might be it.
Stop it for a second. I don't know why it's doing that.
Let's stop it for a sec. Probably smoke again.
Record again.
Evie.
Them shit look.
Let's see what you pulled. I don't even know what other good cards.
I don't know what the fuck this card is, bro. Yeah. That first one, I don't even know what the fuck. I know I got an Eevee and I got the
Umbreon.
yeah.
I forgot. They have like now they have some rarity thing where there's stars or something. I forget what they were saying. Oh, there you go. There's stars at the bottom that say rarity, and they have 2 stars, 3 stars, or you can find gold. You see there's like almost. Oh, speaking of that, I've been playing this new. Well, it's not new. It's a classic game, but I played it so much when I was a little kid, and now playing it again is so great. Pokemon TCG for the Game Boy Color. It's basically building decks and opening packs and adding cards to your deck and everything that you would do,
that's really cool.
but with the original 151 characters. So it's the original base set Charizard and all those type of cards. And yeah, it's actually really dope. I'm hoping they make I'm sure they have something online like that. They just started the Pokemon TCG online, where you open up packs and you play and all that extra stuff. So
Fire. I think I heard of that, but I never played it. But I would. As an adult now, I don't mind that shit. As a kid, that's probably boring though.
I used to play in tournaments, remember?
Yeah, I'm like the video game version is being boring. Yeah, I
Oh.
played in the tournament once. I always talk about that fucking old guy. I played in a tournament. Some grown ass man sat down at the table and whooped my ass. He was like the guy in The Simpsons, the nerdy guy that was okay. He looked just like him. Just didn't say much. Just fixed his glasses and just whooped me. I was the first one to lose. We all started at the same fucking time almost. Alright, got my shot. I never played that fucking game again. I paid $70 to get a Pokemon League.
Yeah.
Get a little booklet.
Yeah. Well, I was just watching a video about how toxic those gamers are, and he went everything through how like they harass cosplay women and how they have a lot of BO. How I forgot what the other one. He just had a whole long list, and they were talking about this.
Folk.
He went through this a bunch of Reddit posts. One that stuck out the most was this dude went in to play in one of the tournaments, and he went into the bathroom immediately when he got into the card shop. He was late or whatever. He came back out. He said he wanted to play, and when the guy told him he could play, he didn't notice that he had shit all over the back of his pants, and he told him, "Sir, you can't play until you get cleaned up." He said, "What you mean? I got cleaned up." And then they proceeded to kick him out and tell him he couldn't play until he changed his clothes and took a shower. It got so bad that they wrote rules in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's something about Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically that brings out really crazy crowds that their community had to come out with a statement saying that you had to be clean and in clean clothes, no BO. If not, you'll be penalized. Your score will be penalized. Like, oh my God, what do you mean my score is gonna be penalized?
Don't come in here all shitty.
So
I mean,
it got so bad that they had to make an official rule in Yu-Gi-Oh, and then they said that they were gonna start banning people to the shower realm.
This is insane what you're telling me.
The shower realm had me crying. I'm gonna have to pull up that meme. I'm gonna have to edit that meme in. That shit is hilarious. It had like a picture of the Yu-Gi-Oh dude throwing a card, and it said I'm banishing over to the shower realm, and then it had like body odor and like body soaps and body soaps and like a bunch of creams and shit on the bottom corner with Yu-Gi-Oh's face on it, and he was like banishing him to the shower realm. Yo,
that's insane.
that shit had me crying. And just over aggressive people that just don't play the game as fun or make it fun.
They take too serious the games.
They were playing with obscene placemats and stuff. Imagine you go with your daughter to one of these card shows or one of these card things, and he pulls out a playing mat with just giant obscene hentai.
Misty with Brock and fucking Ash tag teaming it.
Oh man.
That's the Pokemon community.
Guy came
I've
in.
seen placemats. I don't know what the fuck they got.
They had another Reddit post speaking about the guy who walked into a gaming thing with the words hentai in metal letters across his cap. And people said it wasn't appropriate, but I mean, you know, why do your kids know what the word hentai
What if
means?
they're gonna ask? What if they see it? What does that mean?
You tell them that it's something you shouldn't know. I mean, I don't know. How do you answer that? I don't have no kids. How do you answer questions like that? Like, I don't have no
You
kids.
hope
So
that you don't have to answer too many of them, but sometimes you just say it's inappropriate for your age. You just
exactly.
You know, but that not everybody
That's what I would think.
Like that. It'd be easy if motherfuckers just didn't wear their horny attire to family events. Fucking coming out with fucking horny apparel, just diabolically horny at the Pokemon game. That's what the fucking problem is. Wear that shit to the strip club, man, with his ass and titties everywhere. Now, with his animation and bubblegum.
Yeah, you gotta be like a difference.
Yeah, we're talking
Like,
about the
think
plumber
that
butt.
shit.
Yeah,
Think
you,
about sexual shit while you family. Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta like.
and you probably pre-planned that too. Picture fucking horny outfit the day before.
They also banned
Freaky
this.
ass ball.
They banned this one guy for taking pictures in front of other dudes' ass or plumber butt.
Oh, you said
Like he was showing everybody's plumber butt
it's funny.
all over the place, and they gave him like a 2-month ban.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
New York for you.
come on, that's a little.
Yeah, they just had what the fucking almost a rape case, well, rape charge that happened recently. The guy was almost tried to rape a girl recently. I think it was in Brooklyn, and he couldn't because she fought back, and basically he just ran away. But yeah, that's just New York for you. It just happens. There's a lot of fucking freaks out there.
That's
You know?
many people.
You be seeing videos of subway
That
creatures.
took a.
Yeah,
That's a
But the
good.
motherfuckers just be.
subway creatures.
That was a weird turn. I was talking about like them playing in tournaments and showing off dudes that they were taking pictures with other dudes that were playing cards and had their ass out. But New York City is definitely one of those just crazy place. I mean, we all seen the video of the guy who was sleeping on the stairs in Brooklyn with a gun on his waist. Cop just like, yo, don't move immediately. Like he was just sleeping there. We all seen that one. Gotta throw that one up too.
Yeah, that one
Fine.
was crazy. He was just laying on the floor. Like, I think he was drunk or something. He must have been on high.
And it feels like
that cop
it
just seen
feels
that
what?
shit. I would have done the same thing too if I had seen him. I would have like, oh, that's mine now. Thank you. Like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Tell the police I took your gun, nigga? Nah, but
Right? Everything good?
It feels like New York City is just getting worse. I don't want that gun. You bugging out. You bugging out. I don't want that gun. I don't know what the hell he did with that gun. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's a prop gun. I ain't grabbing that shit.
supposedly with the new mayor in town, they confiscated like what 25,000 guns last year.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have tiptoed around him.
And crime in New York City been going down steadily for like a decade though.
I would have tiptoed around him and called 911. What would you have done if you seen him sleeping on the staircase?
If I saw somebody with a gun sleeping on the staircase.
Or like in the train, like right
You
there.
had a gun on her?
Yeah, that's visible. What would you do?
I don't even know. That's a lot of factors going on here. What type of day is it? How does this person look?
He's in just
Is
the usual suspect. I don't know.
Like, is he just like jeans
Whatever
and
that
shit?
means to you.
Does he look like a guy that's fit and could be a cop? Does he look like ex-military guy maybe? Does he look like a little disheveled? Is it fucking 3 p.m. or I don't know.
I mean,
I wouldn't
I
touch
would've-
the gun. I know that. I wouldn't take the gun. I wouldn't touch the gun.
I wouldn't imagine
And
that.
I wouldn't stand in that area very long, no matter what I chose to do. I wouldn't be in that area very long. I'm out of it. Actually, I'm getting out of the station.
I just said I'm going past this person and I'm calling 911. First thing I'm doing, or getting somebody's attention.
I'd be like, yo,
Hey, call.
Some guy got to. I see the first family. Yo, you got a gun over there. Y'all can call down one. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, and it was in Brooklyn that happened. That happened.
Yeah.
And it was
So
black man too, right here in Brooklyn, sleeping with a gun.
So you do agree if you're a regular citizen.
We gotta pull it out right there on the TV.
I do.
He was just sleeping. It was in broad daylight too.
If you saw him sleeping on this case, if you saw that, if you got there before the day, would you have turned around or walked past him?
If the train was there, or within a minute, I would have kept on going. If it was like, I don't know when the train is coming, or it's more than a minute, I'm taking a cab, I'm canceling where I'm going.
Okay. I would have walked past him and tried to get someone's attention, or maybe turn around and get the person in the booth's attention.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet.
Something like that.
That's
But
the best bet. Getting the fuck out of there.
yeah, so you do agree.
Alerts the police, and the
You got a
police come and
point,
shoot me.
You got a point though, because what if he's not? He was like, he wasn't even full asleep. He woke up right away when the cop tried to wake him up.
Yeah.
But he was like a little dozed off. But he
They grabbed his ass up.
So you do
probably would
agree.
have been quick with it.
A normal citizen cannot be a snitch. Do you agree or disagree? Like a regular citizen can't be a
Unless
snitch.
I see you, like, I'm not saying anything, but I'm trying to figure out what's like, if you punching a woman in the fucking, or punching a child in the middle of the street, and then the police come and break it up, and like, did anybody see what happened? And people like, he saw what happened. I don't know what I'm gonna do. He was just punching this fucking child in the face. I can't let this guy punch other kids in the face, right?
What if you just
You know what's
saw?
funny? All right, how about this? This is a good one. I guess I was a snitch. I was dropping my daughter off, and there was a dude like on one of the fucking stoops, and it looked like he was beating his meat. She was like 7 in the morning, but he could have also just been wild itchy down there. He was very active underneath his pants, and these baggy, loose fucking sweatpants. It was like warmer time, so
Sounds like
yeah,
mental health.
yeah. And the cops was like maybe like 20 steps away from it. I was like, yo, I think that dude over there touching himself. He was like, what? I dropped off. When I walked back, they had our man standing up. He was pleading his case. He
Okay.
said, no, I just had my hands there. Because when they walked up on him, he was still had his hands there going. He could have been itchy. He could have been itchy, but still, you go fucking do that shit in the bathroom at McDonald's like a normal person.
Facts. You let you in public? Nah, that's something else.
That's
And you
right.
done, trust me, I get to school with my daughter mad early. We be like the first ones there, but we weren't the first ones there. You saw mad other kids this morning in the school buses and shit.
That's why.
They got mental health.
That's
But I
why the
definitely
first thing I
something
said
about
was
that.
mental health.
Because
It's definitely mental health.
But at the same time, that's better for
Definitely.
everybody involved, because if it
I had a
wasn't
bet.
that, it wasn't
His
like I was
mental
gonna let that shit slide. I probably had to beat this dude up. And what if he did have fucking crabs?
So you
That shit is hurt you.
He throw a punch when them shits fly.
you think
Now you got some particles.
it's like, "Hi-ya!"
BBs at me.
Just-
BBs at me.
You just flick them shits at you, little soldiers. You just It's all in the
lantern fly to top it all.
it's all in the flick of the wrist.
Gambit, but with fucking invasive insects.
With just insects on them. But I mean, so you think you're a vigilante? Wait, I'm still getting
No, I
confused.
tried
Like,
to do it.
where do you think you're talking about? Like, because they went with the whole might throw a punch. And,
No, because that's what I didn't do. I said that's why it's good, because the other way, something would have had to happen. I wasn't gonna let that shit just go. So you could do it tomorrow morning. So it's good that I made that decision.
True.
In that case, because
Okay.
it's gonna be a very bad route
Right.
the other way.
So you made a good point. Maybe sometimes I will think about being like, "Hey, stop that," or being that type of person. But I'm not gonna physically engage with this person at all. At all costs, I'm not engaging with any of these people.
Nowadays,
Bruh.
everybody got guns or knives.
There was times on the train where dude roughed up his girl, and I had to be like, "Yo, you gotta chill out, bro."
Yeah.
And if they start arguing back, I said, "I don't give a fuck what y'all do at home. I can't be on the same train car and just let this shit rock. I just can't, and I'm not getting off the train. So y'all can go to another car, and if they let y'all rock like that, then they whatever. But you sit right across from me, and you know my mom raised me, and I've seen domestic violence, so like I'm just not letting it rock."
I mean, that's all it gotta be.
So far, so good. But there was also a time, motherfucker pulled out this big ass machete, like this long, because I asked him to put out his blunt. He started smoking. Car full of like middle schoolers and their parents sitting there smoking. Like, "Yo, soon you can put that out." He just looked at me, kept on smoking, and I was like, "Shit, ignore me. I'll be wrong if I turn up in here." And then he just stood up. He stood up. He walked to like where the doors are in the middle of the car. He was like sitting down right next to it, and he went in his book bag and he pulled out this like the shit. Just I thought the shit was never gonna end.
He was sitting next to you?
Nah, I was standing at the middle pole, kind of.
Okay.
Like, cause I leaned over where he was sitting on the first seat in the middle section of the car.
Spanish? What
He could have
nationality?
been Spanish or he could have been black. And then he just put that shit like, I don't know if he put it in his back pocket or like inside his pocket or some shit. And he just staring. And I can't turn around, right? I can't walk away and turn my back, so I just gotta stare. I only had like 2 more stops left, so he just locked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I gonna do if he actually just reach for it?
Nah.
I say he reached for it, I gotta go. Cause you don't wanna, he reached for it to put it back and I snuff him and I'm, you know? But what if he reach at it?
Yeah.
Cause I know the machetes, them shit is slicing and dicing. A poker, you could dance around that shit like a crab. This shit, it just skin you and you gotta fillet.
That's true.
In any direction,
Yeah.
you swinging a machete, either a poke, a
Motherfuckers
slash.
like that, yeah.
You could
Even
just
if I
use
hit
it as a
him-
paintbrush.
If I hit him and he drop it and it just like touches me on the way down, that shit slicing me up.
Still-
Yeah, you could use it as a paintbrush, bro.
When he had left,
Listen.
though, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's it.
I
Anything
was
you do with
not
that
good.
shit.
Like my willingness to take it to the next level obviously dropped. I was like, man, you say something, I'm just gonna have to explain why I asked to put it out. Like, oh man, kids in the car. But if he was, I was worried that he would make a subtle move and I would have to have the fight or flight. And I'm the type of person like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out like if I was on a 9/11 plane, I would be like, yo, somebody gotta Google how to fly a flight. We not letting these motherfuckers just do what they want, even though they was telling them they gonna land it and all that shit. And they got a bomb if you wild out. I'm like, oh fuck that.
I probably would have just locked eyes, and then whenever I could make my move to get out of there, I'm
The door
getting out of
opened,
there.
And it was behind me, thank God. Thank God I didn't have to go towards her. But I took the 2 steps backwards. Like, I didn't turn my shoulder. I took the 2 steps backwards and then, like, 45 degrees the walk out. Got the fuck up out of there. Motherfucker. Then, when you walking up the stairs out of the shit, everybody want to come up and say, oh, man, yeah, thank you. I almost got crazy. Like, that's where the fuck was you at when he pulled the shit out? You know, I had allies. You would have watched me get diced.
Like that. Police!
How? Police.
Police! Just
The origin of that video
Like-
is funny. That guy thinks the other guy took his bag. He's like, why would I have your bag, mister? You said it was in there? That's not in here. This is what's in here.
I'm crying. But I still think that if you're a normal citizen, you can't be a snitch. the word snitch has a different meaning. It's more like we did a crime together, and I'm gonna tell on you to get a lighter sentence. So that is where I personally think that word comes from, and it means.
Using the law
But
as blackmail in a crime that you were compliant in or you were involved
already agreed in, whether you
So
had
when-
called for it, whatever your implications were in that crime, if you knew what this crime was and you.
That's why I believe if a girl call the cops and cops show up and she be like, he sold drugs, I'm like, you can never talk to her again.
Facts.
That's right there in front of your face.
Facts.
I
I
don't
agree.
know. You using the law on your side. That's not
So-
fair.
So, snitching is something, along those lines. I guess you made a good point. I never really thought about it.
And that's what it is. It's like using the law as a weapon
to
in a
make
crime,
yourself
you
look
look-
better.
You know, using it, making it a 2-on-1, jumping somebody with the law on shit that you was good with when it was happening.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's where I more or less think that word is. Like if we
When
said,
you're under some type of distress.
not that we would, never would, but like if we were pulling a B&E together and you got caught or we both got caught and one of us is gonna tell on the other party to get a lighter
You be
sentence.
like, yo, Dames, they got us. Get behind the van. They know you there. Come on. They got us.
You seen that video? That's a classic. I think there was a video like that.
I
Oh
know
man.
50 had some shit like that in the song.
Yeah.
Yo, they got us. Come on.
That-
I think somebody was like that.
Yo, imagine how tight you would be. I've seen videos where they standing in front of the judge during their arraignment and was like, wait, how am I only getting charged for that?
exactly.
They look at homie like, oh.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a viral.
So those-
Is it just me?
Yeah. So.
That was really viral.
That's where I believe that word comes from, and that's also why I kind of don't think, from what I know about Gunna's case, that he's a snitch. He just got implicated in something, and he decided to like be like, "Yo, I was hanging with them, but I'm not the person doing that." He's not calling for murders. He's not doing murders.
Yeah.
He's not physically doing any of that.
Is he dry snitching by saying it wasn't like you, like it wasn't me that was killing people? You know what I'm saying? Like you're implying through your innocence that like, yeah,
No.
they was killing, but it wasn't me.
I don't.
There's layers to snitching. You gotta
True.
watch motherfuckers.
True, because there's also like dry snitching.
That's like a form of it. Be like, nah, I wasn't one of the ones that was killing. You say some shit like that.
He said somebody else
No, they was-
had done it,
Shit
but
happened,
you know.
I actually had nothing to do with me.
So yeah, I mean, there's different forms of
People don't
snitching. I
realize,
agree.
and I get why how they do this shit.
He's on fire!
You don't realize you really not supposed to talk to them, but if you don't talk to them, then you automatically get charged sometimes. So it'd be like you talk to us, there's a chance you can get out. There is a chance, but this is what this person does for a living, so there's a very low chance that you get out. But if you don't talk to them, they're like, all right, you gotta sit up and get the arraignment. You're being charged for it. That's what they told me, and I thought my lawyer was gonna get me out much sooner. Spent the whole shit, man.
I gotta find that old video, and it was about a cop that became a lawyer, and he was a big advocate for don't say anything to the cops. They never help you.
Yeah.
Nothing you say to
They're not
them
in the
could
game of
ever
helping you.
help you at all,
they can't
unless
do
you're
it.
looking.
Yeah.
Unless you're looking to cop out and you really did it. That's why ASAP Rocky's case right now is kind of crazy. Have you been watching? Did you watch any of the ASAP Rocky's case right now?
Nothing about
Okay, so I was watching the details of what's going on. Basically, they have him on camera getting into like, I guess, a small scuffle with one of his former people that was in ASAP. He's also an ASAP member or whatever. And I guess they were just grabbing each other up, and then they go out of frame. And then when they go out of frame, they allege that ASAP had pulled out a gun and started shooting. But the guy didn't report it till like days later. That's one thing. And two, he's suing for some money. He was mad that he didn't pay for somebody's funeral when he really did pay for that person's funeral, and he got mistaken, but they had already went up at that time. So there was no going down by the time he figured out that ASAP really did put up the money for this person's funeral, and I guess the only person that says anything happened was the other party that says they got grazed in the hand, and they only reported it days later, and everyone else says it didn't happen. So, and there's no video of it, there's nothing.
You might have been better off. I know motherfuckers never want to pay these people off, but yeah, you might have
There gotta be sounds though. Like I mean, I guess most of those CTV or business cameras don't have sounds in them.
People's reactions to how they're running and spinning. You let off shots, people don't just walk away. It's a
There's something there that he really believes he can beat this case because he feels like he didn't do it, and that if he does not beat this, if he cops out to this case, he's gonna lose a lot of his endorsement deals and a lot of shit that's going on in his life, not being able to travel, lose endorsement deals, not going into certain countries, and a lot of things that's gonna hurt him and his money. So
It's a criminal case?
fully feels, no, it's a criminal case. He has a civil case as well. The person is also suing him for, I think, 30 bans. 30 bans. I believe in California, I think they were fighting. They have them on camera fighting, but they get out of frame and then they say shots were let off. But I don't think there's any sounds or anything of the nature like that. So
That's fucking fair. I don't know.
and they gave him a plea deal of pleading guilty and 180 days in jail, and I think 7 years probation, and I think going down as a felon, going down for a felon. So
Damn, that's a wild ass offer.
so everybody is kind of mad at him because they're like, bro, just take the 180 days. It's gonna be a cakewalk.
No,
Obviously.
you're a felon, you know.
Obviously, I mean, the time is not the problem here. It wouldn't be
You
that
lose a lot of
hard.
money. You can't go overseas, and your wife is a global icon. What? I don't
So he said he's gonna lose a lot of money. It's not about any of that. So I guess, well, he hasn't been speaking about it, but he said he kindly declines their offer and that he's going to trial, and he's facing up to like 25 years in prison.
That's crazy. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, his thing is looking crazy, but I mean, I fully believe he believes he didn't do it. So if that's the case, yeah, he's going to fight it, and he got the
people have been put in jail.
he got the best of the lawyers. They said they weren't gonna give him no extra leeway because he's an entertainer, but he got the best lawyers.
Just saying that shows a kind of a bias,
right?
You almost making sure you don't
He said
miss anything.
his judge told him just because he's an entertainer, he will not get any special treatment in his courtroom. So you're kind of right. Just saying that alone is a bias. But
Talk to me ASAP. I'm not a lawyer, but I got ideas.
they're not held to the same standards as us though. So that's where that comes into. They're always meant to be the best middle ground between the people and
The law.
but honestly, you know, there's a lot of cases of judges doing some very, very bad stuff. So it's just
Not a power.
they had this one judge, I think it was American Money or Blood Money, it was something like that. It was something like that, and they had this one judge who had lived next to somebody who was a developer making jails, and they were throwing the book at many offenders for the littlest crime to keep it up in there. And they had people committing suicide. They had a bunch of like bad
because it's overpopulated too.
bad, even some people came out of there and committed suicide. Like it just made it super detrimental to their health, their mental health, and they just like ended up killing themselves. But they had a few cases like that. That was one of the big ones I remember watching. I think they caught both of them and gave them mad jail time for abusing their power.
gotta get up out of here.
Oh, you out of here? I was still
I
recording.
gotta watch Devin tonight, but I gotta